Well, over the next 4 weeks, we're going to be introducing a different spiritual practice for each of our devotionals. And these practices are meant to strengthen our emotional and spiritual health in an increasing anxiety-ridden world, really to calm our minds and our hearts to focus on Christ during this season. And you're going to find that not every spiritual practice that we introduce resonates with you, whether because of your present season or your personality, and that's totally fine. I encourage you to try each spiritual practice that we do introduce, but then look for 2 or 3 that really connect with you right now, and keep practicing those even after the 4 weeks is over. So let's get started. Today we're going to be looking at the spiritual practice of silent prayer. Now, silence is a rare commodity. Even right now, where I'm filming this Devo, I'm on my back deck, and you might actually be able to hear the sounds of the parkway, which are just a couple blocks from my house, or the soft patter of rain, or the random neighbors screaming. No, not right now. That's good. But in a world filled with noise and activity and so many voices, silence makes us uncomfortable. It feels so unnatural and even unproductive. And so when silence comes upon us, we feel it. We break the silence. You know, like in traveling, we break the silence with music or an audiobook. We break the silence of a quiet evening with television or movies. We break the silence of work with social media and news feeds, right? I mean, the spiritual practice of silence turns on the much needed do not disturb sign in our lives. It invites us to leave behind the noise and find time to be with Jesus, to pay attention to the Spirit of God and what he brings to the surface in our souls. It's in silence that we notice what's really going on in us. Our emotions begin to surface. Agendas are revealed. Our capacity to hear God grows. Silence can bring you out of the chaos of this life to be planted by streams of living water. So how do we practice silence? Well, practice. Literally, practice makes perfect in this spiritual discipline. We just do it. You know, the first few times that you practice silent prayer, at least in my experience, is so many things are going to flood your mind. From the grocery list to the tasks for the day, the emails that are waiting for you, the social media that clamors for our attention. There's just so much noise, right? And silent prayer, you're going to be disturbed in the beginning. So just turn it all off. You just keep turning it off when it tries to turn itself back on. For me, whenever I'm distracted in silent prayer, I simply whisper the name of Jesus over and over. Jesus, 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 until my heart and my mind are quieted again. And I love what one author encourages us to do, is to let the distractions go by imagining that these distractions are boats floating down a river, and just let the current take the distractions away. Don't follow them. Don't try to grab them. Just gently return to God. And he recommends by just repeating the phrase, "Here I am," and then let the current of God's Spirit carry you. Yeah. So here's what I want us to do. I'm going to ask you to pause this Devo for just 1 moment and set your phone or watch timer to 10 minutes. Okay, so we're going to start easy. I'm just going to ask you to do this for 10 minutes. So and then you can come back and turn the video back on. Okay, go ahead and do that, and we'll pick up right where you left off. Now, in just a moment, I'm going to ask you to start your timer and turn off the video. And as you do your 10 minutes of silent prayer, that will begin at that point. And I want you to meditate on this verse, Psalm 37, verse 4, which says, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart." So what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and get comfortable, not too comfortable, right? You don't want to drowse off. But if you do, that's actually okay in silent prayer. You don't beat yourself up. You don't make yourself feel guilty. If you fall asleep, don't worry about it. And then I want you to take some deep breaths, okay? I want you to relax your body. I want you to quiet your mind. I want you to do that again, all right? Take some deep breaths. Relax your body. Quiet your mind. Let the distractions float down the river. Don't chase them, and just whisper to God, "Here I am." And do this as many times as you need to during the 10 minutes, okay? Just take some deep breaths, whisper to God, here I am. Let the distractions flow down the river. Just let yourself be present. Now I'm going to start us off by spending the last 30 seconds of this Devo in silence. And I want you to think about Psalm 37:4. Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. Okay, I'm going to count to 30. I just want you to be silent. I want you to focus your mind and your heart on Christ. Let the distractions float down the river, and just keep yourself kind of in tune, and just keep whispering if you need to. Here I am, Jesus, Jesus. Okay, go ahead. I'm going to be silent for 30 seconds, and let's do this together. That was 30 seconds, and I want you to try to do this for 10 minutes. I know that might be a challenge. If it is, start with 5, but just be silent and think about Psalm 37. Delight yourself in the Lord. Just think about how much you're delighted in the Lord, and He gives you the desires of your heart. And think about the desires of your heart, and just listen to God, and let your soul be quiet. All right, we'll see you next time.